Crafting Journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. Welcome to Crafting and Crime Daily. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in or out of the program today. I have tasked him with standing out front in the cold weather waiting for my grocery delivery so he can bring it in the house.
Oh no!
Yes, but put your coat on. I don't feel that sorry for you. Yes, so please consider subscribing and don't forget the notification bell because you never know when I might do a pop-up live. I do Wednesday nights, Craft With Me Wednesday. This Wednesday we're going to do crochet. Saturday morning I'm going to be doing an Animal Crossing live stream. You don't want to miss that. That'll be at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then on Sunday we're back to Ticket to Ride, Destination Paris with our third sponsor. Yay. Okay, let's get the show started today. So I always start with my planner. And the reason there's so much stuff in here is because all that stuff I got for Christmas and my birthday, I want to record all these addresses, which I should have already done, and I haven't done it yet. I've been very neglectful. I got all these envelopes. I think these have stickers in them. Oh my gosh, some of them do. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I need to get on that. So today, this week, I used the Miss Maker book from the Happy Planner, and this has all kinds of craftiness stickers in there. So that's what I used to decorate for the week. Yes, it's got like little washi tapes and sticker books and things like that. This one says, happiness is handmade. Craft a life. And then weekends are for crafting. And then it says create happiness. Yeah, so I just have that all over, feeling crafty. So what I usually do is I write in what national day it is. We'll put that right here. Today is National Clean Off Your Desk Day. Clean off your desk day. And then we're going to talk about Apple iTunes, this day in history. Yep. So I like to record those. Yesterday I put up a Diamond Art Club unboxing. DAC unboxing of the Dragon Door. And one of the reasons I don't have a diamond painting here today is that I have two more unboxings I have to do, and one is for one is a commission, so I need to get that one done so that you guys can see it. Yeah, okay, so this will go back in my little corner cubby over here that I have set aside for my planner and stuff. Yeah, so this is what I am currently working on, a poncho, and this is out of the yarn that I got in the mystery Lion Brand yarn bag, Christmas bag. So I got 3 of these, and I already had one skein of it. So now I got to break into this and get the other skeins out. So I have 3 more because I want to make this pretty big. Yep. And this was also a giveaway. This is the duplicate bag that I got. And the person has not claimed their prize. I'm going to give them till Wednesday. If they don't claim the prize by Wednesday, I'm going to do a wheel spin again. Not a wheel spin, random comment picker. I'll pick another winner. So here is the poncho so far. I'm not crazy about the colors, but you know, the yarn was free, so we're not going to complain. Somebody will love it, yes. So we're going to work on that while I chit-chat here in a little while. Look, I got this for Christmas, Yarn Queen. Okay, we're going to put the sticker book away. I do want to show you, though, before we get into the show, I'm just trying to see what the cat's up to. He's always up to something. Michael's had a clearance sale over the weekend. Now, it was Michael's likes to mislead us. I'm going to have some of my kitty cat coffee here, which is unfortunate. So it was, some of the yarn was $4.99 per skein, and some was buy one, get one half off. So I'm like, okay, but nothing was available online. You had to go to the store. So, and I wasn't feeling that great, but I'm like, I got to get out of here for a little while. So I left, went to Michael's. I think this was on Saturday or maybe Friday. Yeah, Friday afternoon. I just had to get out of this house. So I get there. Now the $4.99 yarn, the Karen cakes that are supposed to be $4.99, can't find them anywhere. They're nowhere to be found. The anniversary cakes, which by the way are huge, they're regular $39.99. They were on sale for $19.99, I think, which is a pretty good deal, $20 off. They had one, and I would have liked to have had two, because each one has about 1,000 yards, and I need a couple of 1,000 yards to make this hooded sweater that I want to make, but they didn't have it, so I didn't buy it. But I did buy some other stuff. Yes, I did go to the buy one get one half off. I thought, okay, I'm here, you know. So first I got this. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Karen latte cakes. Oh, if you've never seen one of these latte cakes, oh my God. Look, it's just, you can, oh, it's just so beautiful. Yes. Oh, it is amazing. Amazing. Soft. And they didn't have a lot of color choices, but I liked this blue. Now, what am I going to do with it? No idea. I just like yarn. But I bought 2 skeins. Each one is, it's a 5 weight. And each one has 530 yards. So this is a pretty good amount of yarn. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking. I've been told I make too many hats, so we're not going to do a hat, but we will do something. Would make a beautiful, beautiful scarf, right? Yep, let's put that there. And there. Then I was passing by this one shelf, and this is actually Michael's brand, which is the loops and thread, but it's a wool tweed. It says cozy wool tweed, and it was on sale. It wasn't a buy one get one, but it was on sale. So this, they say it's a 3-way, but I don't know, between 3 and 4. But I just loved, it's like a blue tweed. Look how gorgeous that is. So that would make a very nice hat. Yes. What are you doing? He's like, you got that yarn out. That's, you know, Stitch is on alert. Then, Scarfy by Lion Brand. Loving it, loving it. So buy one, get one half off. Look at the color in that. Oh my gosh. So of course, you know, buy one, get one half off. I got 2. Those colors are amazing. So yes, scarf. That's a scarf all day long. Beautiful scarves. And my friend Narita has sent me some gorgeous scarf patterns lately. So this is actually a 5 weight, bulky, and each one has 312 yards. So perfect amount for us, a nice scarf. Then I saw this, and you know, I just made something out of this yarn for my daughter-in-law, and I loved the way it worked up. I made her a hooded cowl, so I might make one for myself, but here's the colors that I got. It's just so pretty. Look, I don't know if you can tell. It's got like pinks and blues and purples, just all these pastels in this color. So this is called Homespun, also Lion Brand. I think I'm a fan of Lion Brand. 185 yards each. It's also a 5 bulky, but very nice. Actually, now I'm thinking I might have needed 3. Ooh, probably needed to buy 3 for that if I was going to do a hooded cowl. Maybe I'll just do a cowl. Ooh, you know what else would be? An infinity scarf would be gorgeous with that. So I did want to make another poncho in a color that I like. This one is a color that just, you know, I got the yarn free, and it's kind of a sample poncho. So it's a 3-row repeat that I got from Bag a Day. If you don't know how to crochet and you want to learn Bag a Day, check out her YouTube channel. She shout out to her. She has some amazing tutorials, and you can just see everything that she's doing, and it's wonderful. So they had this book on sale. It's a Karen Cake book with suggestions of what you can make, and it was $5. So because I wasn't going to get it, but there was one thing I wanted to make in here. I had a really cute poncho pattern. Here it is. It's called a cross fringe poncho. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know about the fringe. We'll see. You know, maybe I will do the fringe. Super cute. So the pattern is in here. I hope they have it for large. I didn't even cheat it because I'm a big shouldered woman. So I hope they have it in large. Does it say how to make it for a large person? I suspect you just keep going is what I'm thinking if you want to make it for a larger person. Although it doesn't say that. Let's see. No, it doesn't. It says to use a medium 4 weight. Huh. Well, we'll figure it out. If not, I'll just get another pattern. There's a lot of cute things in this book, though. There's a cute, I've made something very similar before, this ripple cowl. I've made something very similar. Super cute. There's a scarf and hat with a bun. I've never made one of those hats with a open thing for a bun. Cute. Baby blanket. A shawl. Ooh, a purse. Ooh, wait a minute. What's this? Hold on. What is this? Oh, I gotta make this. Okay. Patch pocket shawl. Oh my God, I gotta make it. Maybe I'll make this instead. Oh, look at this, guys. There it is right there. And it's got a pocket there. I'm gonna make that instead. So here's the yarn I bought for it. Karen Cake. So again, buy one, get one half off. This is just a regular Karen Cake, and it is a 4 weight. And the color is called, do they have a color? Does Karen Cake use colors, or do they use numbers? I don't even know. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, oh, they do. I remember them having a name for this. I do. What was it? But I can't find it. Rhubarb. Rhubarb cream. Look how gorgeous. Rhubarb cream. Wouldn't that be amazing for that pocket scarf? Oh gosh. So I got 4 skeins of that. 4? Yeah, 4 skeins of that. Now this scarfie, if you liked the color, it was black hot pink. Yeah. So that's the color of that. Let's put it all away. This color on the Karen Cake, this was called Blueberry. I do not want. Look at the halo on this. It has the most beautiful halo. It's just so gorgeous. I don't want the kittens to get this yarn. So lots of little projects in store here, yes. Now, I do have places for it all in here. I'd already planned it out. Except for the pocket shawl yarn, the 4 skeins, because I want to, when I finish this, I'm going to start that. That'll be my next project. You know, I am a diamond painter, but I do like to crochet, I do like to cross stitch, and I do like to play Animal Crossing, but yeah, I'm kind of a Jack of all trades, master of none, so to speak. And loom knitting. Yes, Cheryl, I love to loom knit. Yeah, she will say, you left out loom knitting. Yes, I did. In fact, I believe next week is going to be a loom knitting week. I started a pair of socks back before Christmas, and I put it away because I had Christmas done. I needed to loom knit a hat for my sister. I like crocheting hats, but I also love to loom knit hats because they come out nice and even. If you're a beginner, and try loom knitting a hat. I have a beginner loom knit with the flexi loom, which everybody loves the flexi loom. So check that out. All right, let's get to what you came for today. Crafting and crime. Yeah, so we are going to talk about the trial of Chandler Halderson. He is on trial for the murder and dismemberment of his parents. What? Yeah.
Oh no!
Awful. Now, I'm just going to sort of recap for you, in case you've missed some episodes. And Friday I did an episode where it says that I did the verdicts, not the verdict, a sentencing in the Ahmaud Arbery case. But if you go back into that first part 1, I have time-stamped it, and within that timestamp there is a timestamp where I talk about this trial, the Chandler trial. But I'm going to recap it for you. This is a young man, 24, 25 years old, still living at home. He's in college. He's about to graduate with a degree in, I don't have my notes. He's about to graduate. He has a job for American Family Insurance, but he's an intern and he works from home remotely. He does IT stuff. The degree that he was getting was in IT. He has been offered a job by SpaceX, the Tesla company, SpaceX. And he and his girlfriend, Catherine, are getting ready to move to Titusville, Florida. They've been looking at houses. He's already put a down payment on an apartment. They're ready to go. He's already got the training dates. He's ready to go. And in his spare time, he's a diver. He's a volunteer, and when the police need a diver, scuba diver, he goes and he helps them out. Now, we've already heard testimony from his uncle, his father's brother, that no, he was not a police diver. He lied about that. He wasn't a police diver. That was clearly an exaggeration. All right, let me start from the beginning. After the 4th of July weekend, and the 4th of July was on a Sunday, that Monday, his parents had gone away to their cabin. They have a cabin on a lake that's been in the family since the 1940s that their grandfather built, and his parents go up there several times a year. So they had gone up there and not returned. They were supposed to return on Monday. His mother, no calls and no shows for work. And she was supposed to be there on the 2nd was a Friday. She was supposed to show up for work that day. She didn't call. She didn't show up. Nobody knows where this woman is. So Chandler, when his mother doesn't come home on Monday, he's a little concerned. Now that's the 5th. On the 6th, we now hear testimony from his girlfriend, Catherine's mother, and her girlfriend, Chaz, I don't know, a weird name, who owns a farm out in the country. She owns this beautiful piece of property, 30, 40 acres, where she has this house that's in the woods, and then if you leave the woods, she has this huge raspberry farm, and she has a above ground pool, and she has a large shed that she keeps things in. Well, that on the 6th, they say he called the girlfriend, the mother's girlfriend, and said, something's happened, can I come out and use your pool? And she's like, oh, okay. So he comes out. So she calls Catherine's mother, and she's like, I got this strange phone call, Chandler's coming out here. He wants to use the pool. So now, now Catherine's mother is rushing out there, and they're like, the prosecution's like, why are you rushing out there? And she's all embarrassed. She's a very shy woman, and she's like very hesitant to say anything. Well, what it came down to was her girlfriend likes to go in the pool topless, and she was afraid Chandler would get there and find her girlfriend topless. So she was very embarrassed, so she was rushing out there to prevent that. So when she gets there, Chandler's already there, and he's having a discussion with Mom's girlfriend. And apparently what they were discussing is the fact that he lost his offer at SpaceX because he had fallen down some stairs a couple of weeks before the 4th of July. He had fallen down some stairs, and he had a very bad concussion, and he was having blurred vision and numbness and tingling in his extremities, and he was told that he couldn't travel long distances in a car or fly on a plane. He had to wear this neck brace, and yeah. So he's telling them this, and he's like, so I lost my offer. I kept postponing it, and they just said, no, it's no longer available. Let me do some crocheting while I talk. Okay, so this job is no longer available. So he was upset. So he's like, can I go in the pool? And they're like, yeah. So they think he's out going in the pool, and they were, hoping like he would just, hurry up, because the mom's girlfriend wanted to go in the pool too. She said she was hot and sweaty. She wanted to go in the pool. So finally, they're waiting, and he never comes back from the pool. So she and Mom get him on this lawnmower that they use to ride around the property, and they ride out to the pool, and they see Chandler returning from a wooded area, and he's got his car parked way over by this wooded area, and he's walking back from this wooded area, and he had not been in the pool, but he had his shirt off. He had some baggy shorts on, and he walks up to them. He's like, can I get in the pool? And they're like, yeah. They thought he'd already been in the pool. So now Mom's girlfriend's sitting there topless because she's thinking he's come and gone. She said it had been like 45 minutes to an hour since he had first asked if he could go into the pool. So he goes in the pool, 15 minutes or so. He's just kind of cooling himself off and rinsing himself off. And then he gets out and he leaves. So Mom's girlfriend thinks this is kind of strange, so she calls the police. Yeah. Not right away, but so in the meantime, the next day on the 7th, Chandler reports his parents missing because they don't come back from the cabin. So the police come over, and he tells the police on Thursday night, I helped them pack. Here's what I helped them pack: some liquor, large amounts of cash, everything that they would need to, cut and brush, a saw and saw blades and all this stuff. I helped them pack it all up, and then they were going to be picked up by a couple of friends, because he had to explain why their vehicles were still there. Oh no, some friends picked them up, and well, aren't the friends missing too? Maybe they just continued on their trip. What? But he doesn't know who those friends are. Doesn't have any idea who they are. He was asleep when they got picked up. When he woke up, they were gone. There's a note on the table saying, if you need anything, here's the number for Pam. Nobody knows who Pam is. So, anyway. Meanwhile, going back to Mom's girlfriend, she calls the police. The police go out and to the farm, and the girlfriend says, I've been seeing these turkey vultures flying around over the woods, which is quite unusual. And she points to where she's seen them, which is where Chandler had come from the woods. And so the police officer, he sees them too. So he walks out to where Chandler's vehicle had been parked, and he sees there's some tire tracks coming from the woods. So he follows the tire tracks to where they end, and then he sees there was some high grass, probably 3-4 feet high, and he follows, because he said you could see that there had been a path. Someone had walked a path, trampled through that grass. So he follows that path, and it goes into the woods. So he follows the trampled grass into the woods, and it kind of slopes down. We've seen all these pictures. And at the bottom of this slope, there's this log, and beyond the log, or like a down tree, beyond that is a bunch of sticks and stuff just piled up high. So he says he walked down there, and as he got closer, he says, my brain was not registering like what I was seeing. He says, I saw it, but my brain just couldn't figure out what it was until I got close enough. And then all of a sudden my brain kind of kicked in, and I realized it was a human torso. Yeah. So of course they call out the medical examiner, and yes. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So meanwhile, back in the courtroom, so that's all he testifies to at that point. This is an officer that will be on and off the stand as the story progresses. Now, I will tell you though, guys, I have only gotten through day 3, and there was day 4 was Friday, so I have not listened to day 4, and I'll tell you why in a little while. So Catherine, his girlfriend, takes the stand, and she's very shy, just like her mother, and beautiful girl, gorgeous girl. She's in healthcare. I figured out she's like maybe a pharmacy tech or something like that, so she wouldn't take off her mask, and she testified that to all the stuff that we talked about, that he had this job at American Family, and that he worked remotely. She also said, he was on call for this dive team, and whenever he was on call, he couldn't see her. He would tell her, I can't see you this weekend, I'm on call. And she couldn't remember how often that was. She knew he worked for American Family and that he was working from home, but she had never seen anything. When she would go to visit him, she never saw anything in his work area that said American Family, like no stationery, nothing. And then she said, they said, well, what about the SpaceX job? Did you ever see anything like, anything with SpaceX on it, or Tesla, or no, never saw anything. But she believes that her boyfriend's, they ask her, did you know how much money he was going to make for SpaceX? At first she says $800,000 a year. And I'm like, what? 800,000? So then she corrects herself. She's like, no, I'm sorry, 80,000. Which is still quite large for an IT person, but maybe not for SpaceX. I don't know. Maybe that's reasonable. So now she's thinking, I can get down there to Florida. I can go to pharmacy school while he's working at SpaceX. We are good to go. He put a down payment on an apartment. Yeah, sad. So I'm still listening to her testimony. So this is as far as I have gotten with this case. It's so interesting. Now, I don't know at this point, like, whose torso it was. Was it dad? Was it mom? I'm not sure. From the description, it sounds like it was probably a male torso, but not sure. Oh, there was testimony from a physician in the ER. When Chandler fell down the stairs, he went to the emergency room. So they brought in the emergency room physician, and he testified that it was a minimal concussion, minor concussion that he had. He had no neurological symptoms at the time. He had no brain bleed. He was never told that he couldn't travel. He was never told that he couldn't fly. He wasn't told, he was given a brace, a soft neck brace, because he said he was still having some tenderness back there. When the doctor touched it, he did complain that it was sore. So he said, wear this neck brace for, until it's not sore anymore, and then you don't need it. But he didn't give him like an amount of time that he had to wear it. He didn't tell him that he had a brain bleed. He didn't tell him that he had an aneurysm. He didn't tell him that he needed some kind of burr hole surgery in the future. None of that. He's like, this was so minor, really minor. Um, he goes, in fact, at one point I was, I had asked him, do you want, he was complaining of like some rib pain. And he said, do you want me to x-ray your ribs from the fall? And he's like, no, 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 I'm fine. So they discharged him. And that was it. But he was making a big old deal out of this neck. But from the point his parents disappear, you never see the neck brace anymore. You see, in all the pictures from before they disappear, you see the neck brace on him. As soon as his parents are missing, he's reported them missing, the neck brace is gone. He hasn't worn it. When he went out to the farm, no neck brace. Yeah, interesting, huh? But because of his neck, he lost his job at SpaceX. The $80,000 a year job at SpaceX. So I will listen to that more today. Got a lot of work to do. Now, let me tell you why I didn't get to all this trial this weekend. It was a very busy weekend, for the Ticket to Ride and all that good stuff. But I am feeling actually much better. My stomach's a little queasy, but my sister has COVID, and I've been kind of like holed up here in the craft room or in my bedroom. But I've been trying to clean everything. My co-host Shawl, she finally calmed me down by saying, it doesn't live on surfaces for very long, because man, I was cleaning everything, doing laundry and cleaning and vacuuming and wiping down. She's like, no, 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 it doesn't live on the surfaces. Doesn't matter. I was cleaning. But then my sister comes out yesterday and she's like, I can't take it anymore. So I drove her to the emergency room. But instead of driving her to the closest hospital, which is the one I work at, which I know is super, super busy with the COVID, I took her out to the next town over. I took her outside of Wichita over to Derby. There's a small hospital. It's physician owned. It's only been open for a couple of years. I took her out there. She says, it looks like it's abandoned. Like there were no cars in the front of this hospital. So we followed it around to the emergency room, and it's not far. It's not a far hospital. So I followed around to the emergency room, and now there were cars there, back there. All the cars apparently park in the back of the hospital. So I pull up, she goes in. I said, I'm going to sit in the parking lot. Call me when, and let me know after you get in and you get a feel for how long this is going to be. Because I had not fed the dogs or anything yet, so I wasn't going to hang around. So I don't know, about 10 minutes later, she calls me. She's like, I'm in a room already. They've already taken me in the back. They're starting an IV. Yeah, you can go ahead and go. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go back home, take care of the animals, and then I start cleaning her room because I'm like, I'm cleaning. I wanted to get her some fresh linen, do her laundry, just make sure. Am I doing this right? No, I'm not. Just make sure that everything was okay. And I did have enough time to do that. She finally called me about 9:30, 3.5 hours later, and said, I'm discharged. They had done a scan of her abdomen, which I guess was fine, and ran some fluid into her, which probably really helped a lot, and given her something for nausea, and that's it. And they said, okay, bye. Call your PCP in the morning. The same PCP that she tried to call 3 times last week to say, hey, I have COVID, please call me about treatment. Never called her back. Now she's got to go see your PCP first thing this morning. Call him. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, huh? So, yeah, I had to drive back out there at 10 o'clock last night, pick her up, which was okay because by then her room was ready for her to go back into. There. So that was, so my weekend has been, just one of filming, cleaning, more cleaning, and more cleaning. I talked to my boss. Usually I go into the office on Mondays, but because I've been exposed to this COVID. I am working from home again. It's rampant here in this county, rampant, and I know it is everywhere. It's crazy, and people are like, just FYI, this Omicron variant, and I hate talking about this on the channel, it does have a lot of gastrointestinal symptoms: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain that's excruciating, migraines. It's not a respiratory, it's not affecting the respiratory system like the Delta variant. It's attacking the GI system. So if you start to have some real bad stomach pain and headaches, you might have the Omicron variant. Anyway, so that's all we're going to say about that. Let's talk about this day in history. So in 2001, Apple comes out with the iPod. Do you remember the iPod? I still have mine somewhere. I was going to get it out and show you. I don't know where it is. It's probably out in my storage area somewhere. But I have this like glitter silver case on it with sequins, and man, I carried that thing everywhere. It revolutionized the music industry, and really started a whole new way of us listening to music. Now, you know, back in the day before that, we would buy records and CDs. CDs, yes. We all had CDs. And the iPod allowed us to put our CDs onto the iPod. So I had all my CDs loaded onto my iPod. Then you could go to the Apple store, and you could buy songs. Since 2001, it has evolved. When they came out with the iPhone, which I think was 2007, 2014, some years later, they come out with their first version of the iPhone, and it does away really with the iPod, because now everything's on your iPhone. Yeah, and then they started getting all this competition from like Spotify and all these music, streaming music channels. So now they started their own, which is called Apple Music. So the iPod has kind of gone by the wayside, unfortunately. Just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. I have a little thread here from where this was attached. There we go. I meant to cut it when I put it in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, he will enjoy it. I promise you. He's still standing out there freezing on the porch waiting for the delivery. I didn't tell him it doesn't come till noon. So I didn't feel like shopping. So I went on my Walmart app, picked out my groceries. So I'm paying the $10 for delivery because I'm not going grocery shopping. I don't feel like it. I don't want to expose anybody else in case I have this thing, because I have a feeling I have a very milder version, but okay. So I'm getting the delivery today. Plus, I needed coffee the other day, and I stopped at the Dollar General and bought like this cheapo caffeine-free coffee. It was god awful. It was the worst coffee I've ever tasted. So I'm like, I need coffee. So I just bought a bunch of things. Next thing you know, you're spending $150. It's not hard to spend $150 on groceries anymore, and you don't get that much. Oh my God, don't get me on my pedestal about that. So guys, have a great Monday. I will see you all in a live somewhere, and somewhere around the community. Don't forget to leave a comment. I always read your comments, and check out the Ticket to Ride Facebook group. Some awesome group of people over there. Also the Crafting Journey Facebook group. Take care, everybody. Love you.